In this video, we'll discuss the coding question that came in TCS NQT 6th of May Shift 1. And this shift was pretty easy, very easy. And the second question was type of tricky, but it is also solvable. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Prime Coding channel. If you are preparing for any of the campus drive, off-campus drive or any of the coding exam, you are at the right place. I put the content which will help in your on-campus or in your placement journey. So please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you won't miss any of the update. So let's move forward with the question. As you can see, given an array num size n, return the majority element. The majority element is the element that appears more than n by 3 times. The question statement might be different, but the same question has been asked in 6th of May Shift 1. And I would say the same question, ditto question, has been asked in TCS NQT 30th of April Shift 1. Same to same question. There was a slight difference is you need to find the element which is repeating more than n by 2 times. Which means you just need to change the denominator and your code is good to go. I have covered that video of 30th of April Shift 1 analysis. You will find on my channel, or I will put the link into the description. Please have a look. So let's move forward to solve this question. As you can see, given we need to find the element which is repeated more than n by 3 times. Okay, so as you can see the nums 3, 2, 3, 3. Great. So visually, I can tell you 3 is repeated more than n by times because 3 repeated thrice. So n by 3 will be 1. So any element which is repeating more than 1 will be the answer. Great. So in this case, we have answered as 3. Fine. Now 2, 1, 0, 2. You just have an analysis over that. You will get the answer as 2 because 2 is occurring more than n by 3 times. So how you can solve this question? Before going to the question, as per the thumbnail you have saw that in this video I will tell you about the how to conquer the errors or how to write a code so that it would be accepted. For that I have created a in-depth video of how to take input. In this video I will also talk about few steps, but I would highly recommend you to see this because one of our viewer who is a consistent viewer has solved both the question, all the test case because of our videos. I will show the comment over the screen. Just have a look. Please guys, I am doing hard work so that you will ace your exam. Now it's your turn to see all videos and just ace this TCS NQT exam or have a good package. So let's get over to this question. This question can be solved in many ways, but without wasting time, I will tell you the two approaches. First would be the brute force approach that you can write, but this solution won't be accepted because what I will do is I will iterate over the array once, like fetching the first element, iterate over the array in the second using second loop and try to count each and every element counter, and if it is like 3, I will search for 3, like 3 exists here. So total number of 3 I got is 3. So I will check whether 3 mod 3 will give like 3, the repetition of 3 is more than n by 3 or not. Like in this case we got n equivalent to 3. So n is it greater than n equal to 3? Yes, it is greater than n divided by 3. And what is n? N is the length of the given array. But guys, in this question, the input was given in a string format, not in array or integer format. So you need to process it to parse over the string and convert each and every element into the integer format. Great. So this is a thing that guy who solved all the question has fetched it, and it's a feedback of his. So guys, please have a look. In this detailed video, I have covered what all type of inputs that they can give and what are unexpected case and how to resolve it. Okay, so all this video will help you. So now you can see string. Okay, I have a string. So what I need to do is I will iterate over the string, like input might be in space separated or like this. In the coding part, I will tell you how to overcome all this. So as we are discussing about the brute force, so for each element, if you gonna traverse the array again and again, the time complexity would be an order of n square and your solution won't be accepted. So the optimal approach would be, what I will do, I will use map. If you are wondering what is map, I have created a 2-hour all array pattern question. In that, like mostly the 30th April second question came from that video only. So please, if you are not prepared or if you are preparing for TCS NQT, please have a look on this array pattern, as well as I'm uploading the string pattern also. The part 1 has been uploaded. Please have a look. It will clear all your fundamental concepts and you can easily nail this exam. So using map, what I will do, I will try to store each and every frequency. Like for 3, whatever the frequency we have 3 frequency. For 2, how many frequency we have? I have 1 frequency. Okay, so let us calculate what will be the n divided by 3 would be. N divided by 3 will give, like, what is the length of the given array? It is 1 2 3 4. So 4 divided by 3 will give me 1 point something. So whatever element is occurring more than this, you need to print that. That's it. This is the question, and the answer should be space separated. If there are more than one element, let's say we have 2, so the output will be 3 2. Space separated answer would be given. Fine. So let's see to the approaches. In this video, I will discuss three approaches in 3 coding languages, such as Python, C++, and Java. All these snippets you can find over my GitHub, and the link is provided in the description. Please have a look. Now, in the Python code, you can see what happening is, find the majority element. Great, find the majority element, which is array of n. I am giving the input. Before going to this, let's discuss the 2 types of input that they might give. The first would be, in this case, like it would be 3 2 3, where the square brackets are also included in the input. So you need to trim out all the commas and this and create the new array and pass it over the function to do the processing. Okay, so this input states that, like in this case, I am printing many stuffs, but in the exam, don't do that. Just print the answer only. Great. So array list, I am taking it as a string, because this whole thing you need to take as string. And as I have told, the question is stating that we are dealing with the array which having an integer, but the input given from the compiler are in the string format. So please be aware of that, because if you are taking the input as an int format, you will definitely get the error. Then you will find very difficulty to pass the exam. Great. So string, I am taking it, and I am stripping the last square brackets and the commas so that I can create an array, and I'm calling the find majority element function. So find majority function, I have a frequency. You can use any of the collections. If it is working, it's great. If it is not working, please have a look over it. For n in array, what I'm taking is num. It should be int of n, because I am typecasting over int of n, then only it will run. Great. Now what happened is, num in frequency num plus 1. Great. So I am maintaining a map which will store the frequency of each and every element, and in the last, I am traversing over the frequency and calculating it whether it is greater than n by 3 times. If it is, just printing it with a space separated value, and this is the solution. And this case is for the space separated input. If the input look like 3 2 3 3, then you need to process like this. Taking the input here, you no need to write the stripping or splitting and all. Just call the function and it will work as it is. Just there is a one difference, you don't need to write the typecasted line, and rest over the program is same. So let's move to the, before moving to the, let's discuss the time complexity and space complexity. Time complexity would be order of n, because I am traversing over the array once, and the space complexity would be order of n, because I am considering a map to solve this question. Great. And it would be pretty efficient. It definitely got submitted. Majority element in Java code. So Java code, you see, we have frequency dot contains, so it is for the string input and it is for the integer space separated input. Great. So whatever the case you faced in the exam, please write the code according to that. In this case, as you can see, it's a bracketed input where we are stripping the brackets and commas. After that, passing the array into the function so that we can calculate the majority element. Similar to here, we are using space separated elements and splitting it according to the spaces. After that, creating an array, putting all elements into the array and calling the function int. Now the same work is happening here. There is one line where we are just typecasting. Fine, it's a mistake here. We need to typecast to n. Fine, just add a line here. So let's discuss the C++ code. The C++ code, you can see first, as it is here also, there would be a line using n equivalent to int of num. We are typecasting it here. Okay, and instead of n, it would be num. Fine. And the rest of the program would be same as it is. So calculating the frequency and checking whoever matching our condition, just printing it out as a space separated input and output. And in this case, there is no need of typecast. It will work as it is. Great, great. Now you can see here, we have two functions. First is for this type of elements and another is for space separated elements. Great. In this, see guys, I'm using getLine. After that, using string stream so that I can pass over the string. So that the input string, which is in the string format, it will be easy to pass if you use string stream library. Now, string token, I am creating it. I am a vector string. Into that, every element I am pushing over it. Then the array and its size I have given into the array. Guys, there is a most important thing is the input, they didn't mention about the n. N is not given, like what will be the size of the n. You need to compute the n, like whatever n you have, you need to compute the n. Great. So yes, here after taking the whole input, I am calculating the size and passing over the function, and function will perform its job. Great. So moving forward with the very next question, I hope you got this question. Please make a note that in this question, n is not given. So after taking the valid inputs, you need to calculate the n also. Great. And be aware of this case where we have the open and square brackets. You don't take directly the len of this because it will consider the commas as well as this. So after stripping or splitting it, just take the size of the array and pass it over the function. It will perform your job. Okay, great. Now we are heading over from the easy question to a mediocre level question. Okay, so this question is pretty good level. I would not say it's very hard. It is very easy. It's an easy medium question. Great. So as you can see, the statement would be different, but the concept is same, and the question asked in TCS is very same. So the second question is of easy medium level. It's not that tough. So let's see how we can do this question. Okay. So this question needs us to sort the given array. The instructions or the statements are pretty changed because I have written by myself or taken from the internet. But the thing is, the objective is same. You need to sort the given array without using any of the sorting technique or any of the sorting library. Okay, so how can I do it? The first brute force approach is coming into my mind is, okay, there are only 3 elements, 3, 6, 7, and we need to sort that. What I will do, I will create count 3, count 6, count 6 and count 7. Great. And for each and every count, I will write 2 loops or 1 loop for every count. It will give me the count. If I write 1 loop, if for I equivalent to this, and if array of I is equivalent to 3, then give me, and please increment the count 3 plus plus. It will give me the count of 3. Similarly to count 6 and count 7, I will do. And the note is, guys, in this question, the first thing is n is not given to you. How many inputs are there? And second is the input in this is in the string format, not in integer format. Please guys, make sure you know that in which format the compiler is giving input to you. It might be in different formats, and in question it is mentioned different. So please have a look over my how to take input in that each and every time I have told. And the Python guys who are taking input in compiler on TCS NQT, please if you're getting indentation error, please do that is space, give one, instead of one space, give two spaces. Okay, it will work if you got this indentation error. This is the one thing that I want to tell you. So in this case, everything is dealing with the string value. So be aware of that. It is not integer. If you are taking the integer, then you will get more errors in the exam. Okay, so for the same thing I will do for 6 and 7, I will get the count. So in this case, the count 3 is 3 times, count 6 is 2 times, count 7 is 2 times. So what I will do is, I will create an array like this of 7 elements, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here is 5 should be here, 5 and 6. The 7 element is over. What I will do, I will write a loop, one loop to put my 3 in, which will go from 0 to 3, 0 to count 3. It will go, and I will append all these value into the array. Okay, so I will append 3 3s as per this for loop. After that, what I will do, from count 3 to n minus count 3, I need to start my loop. So, okay, so how many 6 I need to put? This much. From there to there, from 3, which means from 3rd location to 5th location. What is the current size? Size is 7. 7 minus, what is the value of count 3? Count 3 value is 3. So what will be happen is, 7 minus 3 will give you 4. So you need to put 6 till 4. Great. And from 5 to 6, which means, like if you take this example, like from n minus cnt3 plus 1 will give you 5. From here to last element, you need to append the 7. Okay, great. I will append it, and we are good to go. Our array is ready, and I will print it as space separated values. The brute force approach will look like this, which is pretty big code, and it might run also because it's an order of n. We are not taking anything, but it is taking more CPU power. It might give you maybe the TLE, but it won't, I guess. But if it works, it's a bingo for you if it is working in your compiler. Now in the space complexity is also order of n, because we are not taking any other space. Actually, we are taking space, guys. In this we are taking space, so it is order of n. So it will work or it will not work, because this is the second question. The constraints are very high. So you need to create an optimal approach. For creating optimal approach, you should know few things. How to create optimal approach? So just try to learn how to create a logic, programming logic, like I will tell you. In this case, we have 3 3s, 2 6 and 2 7. Is it? So what I will do is, what I can see here, we have 3 3s, 2 6 and 7. So I can split it in a regions, 6 7s. Okay, and I will tell the 3 is very least, so it will definitely be in the left always. The 7 is the very highest number, it will definitely be on the right side, and the middle would be filled with 6. Okay, great. I get to know all this. So I will write the same thing also. If I got an element, for now I'm telling it as element. If element is equivalent to 3, I need to put it into the left side. Please give my 3 to the left region. Great. And another case would be, if my element is equivalent to 6, then it should be in the mid region. So okay, put my 6 into my mid region. And if my element is equivalent to 7, so please give my 7 to the right region. Okay, so that every element should be in their corresponding region. Great. So how we can do that? Same thing, guys, as a layman person will definitely do this only. It will take, if let's say if 3 occurs here, what happen is, you will put the 3 and take it here on his corresponding or on his territory, left territory. Great, similar to any of the element. So what I will do is, let me write the unsorted array that we have. It is 3 6 3. It is 3 6 3. After that, what we have? 3 6 3 7 6 3 7. Okay, 7 6 3 7. Great. So for now we have this input. What I will do, I need to create a territory for that. Is it? So for creating territory, what I will do, I will put my left here and my mid here. And we know that the largest element would definitely be in the rightmost corner. I will give my right here. Great. So now we have defined our very first initials, like left territory will start from left, right territory will start from right, and mid territory we are taking as the beginning because we need some pointer who will traverse each and every element present in the array. Fine. So that we can put every element in their corresponding location. Great. So what I will do is, like I have saw that I need to put each and every element in their corresponding location, and we'll do that the same. Whatever we think, we will do that in this code also. Let's see that how. Like firstly we are on the left, and mid will say that this element is array of mid. Now if you see the element, which means array of mid. Great. So what I will do, if my array of mid is equivalent to 3, fine, now it is, so give it to the left side. So what I will do, I will use a swap of left element and the mid element. Great. So what I will, if I sort this at the same place, the result would be same. Yes. If I sort it, means the left region we have started creating. So what I will do, left plus plus, please increase your region, you are filled with 1. Please get a new box. So left will go ahead and get a new box. Great. So left will get a new box. Now we'll increase the mid also, mid plus plus, so that we'll check the other number also, so that we can put them into their corresponding location. Fine. So mid is also came to here. Now mid value is 6. Oh, our second case. Okay. So mid should have 6 only in their region. So we'll don't do anything. We'll just increase it because mid needs 6 into his region. So we don't do anything and we'll just increase. So now my mid came to here. 3. Great. So now 3, you see 3, you should go to the left side. What are you doing here? Then we need to swap the left and the mid. Left is pointing to 6 and we need to swap it. So after swapping, what happen is 3 will go here, 6 will come up here. Now we'll tell left, please increase your region because you are filled. Okay, get the new box. Okay, left got the new box, and please mid go away from my region. Okay, mid came here to his region. Now mid say 7. Okay, 7. I got 7, which means 7 belongs to the right region. Please move to the right region. So it will move to the right region. So moving right, we need to swap the right element with the mid. Now what happened is, and after swapping it, we'll tell right, please increase your region. So let me swap it. So 7, 7, if I swap, the value would be the same. So I won't cutting here and there. So value would be the same. So instead of right being here, I will tell right to increase this territory because it is filled here. Great, great. So what I will do, in this case, I don't see, didn't updated my mid because you can see in this case, 3 existed here. If in the case I have increases my mid, then my mid came up till here. So what I will definitely miss 7 into my whole processing, and 7 would be in the mid region that we don't need. We need each and every element to be there in their specific region, not in anyone else region. So I am maintaining my mid. Whenever I am checking to the right side, it might be the right side contains some different territory elements. So we need to accommodate that, so we don't increase the mid. Great. See the example, this concept would be clear. Now in this case, mid is still on 7 and we have decremented our right. We told right to increase your territory region. So it is here now, right is here. Now right value is 3 and mid value is 7. So mid says 7, please go to your territory. So what happened is we need to perform some swap. So 7 would become 3 here and 7 will be shifted here in his territory. And after doing this, please shift my right. Okay, got my right. But still I am not maintaining mid. I am not incrementing mid because I have executed this test case. I have executed this if statement. So if I have been incremented by mid, then definitely I will miss this 3 also. But the 3 should be there in the left side. So still my mid is here only. Now check mid. Oh, 3. You should go in your territory first. Why you are in the mid region? Then we'll swap it with the left value. Okay. So we'll swap 3 and 3 will come here and this would become 6. And our mid will goes to here and left will come on 6. Now as our mid is equivalent to our right, then we'll stop our iteration. Yes guys, because at that point when my mid is equivalent to my right region, which means that we have maintained all their regions with their corresponding elements. We are done, our work is done. So this story will write it in the code. I hope you like this explanation that I have used. If you, please give a thumbs up to the video and write anything in the comment. You have liked this video, you understood video, or any of the feedback that you want to give, or if you have any doubts, I would be happy to respond you back. So please put it in the comment. So let's move to the code part. Code part is also very easy. Whatever I have said will write the same. So this is the Python code. You see, I have initialized the left region, left region, mid region, and the right region. What I am telling is, when my mid will reach to the right, please break out from the loop. I don't want to process this more. And the array of mid, if it is equivalent to 3, great. So you need to do at is just swap it, and please tell left to increase this territory and tell mid to see other elements also, whether the elements are at the correct location or not. Similarly, elif. So elif, if you got 6, then mid will be happy because mid got his own territory member. So what he will do? I will directly go pass away because it's a family member. So it will increment himself. So it will check the next element. And if we found that the mid is 7, please go to your territory. So territory is at right side. So we'll swap it. And we'll tell right to increase its territory. So it will be decremented. And guys, we are not implementing the mid because you have saw in this test case is there would be the cases where in the right territory still or in the middle territory still the element are there which element should not belong to that particular territory. It should belong to other territory. So you need to conquer that case also. So we are not incrementing the mid here. And in the last, we are returning the array. Simple. And this case, consider the space separated inputs because the input will be given in string. Guys, see, in the question they are discussing about the integer, but from the compiler you are getting the integer values. So be prepared for that. Please guys, it will be happen to you also in the exam. You please be prepared with that. I will definitely ace the exam if you know this. Great. So now the time complexity would be order of n because we are iterating over the array once, and the space complexity would be order of 1. We are not taking any of the external space. Great. Now you see that the C++ code similar to the Python code, it is no difference into it. So in C++ code you see that left is equivalent to 0, right is equivalent to 0, right is equivalent to n-1, mid is equivalent to 0, while same case if it happens, then I'm not using the swap inbuilt STL function. Okay, I'm just taking two variables and swapping it. But if swap works in your exam, wonderful. Or you also know that how you can swap it without using swap function also. So we have swapped both the elements. Now left, mid, I have incremented it, checked for the 6th condition, will increment the mid, and the rest conditions are pretty simple. In the last, I am printing my result. Great. So this is a Java code. The same time complexity and all the concepts are same that we have just now saw in Python code. You see here, we are taking input in the next line because the input is the string separated value and the list of characters which is sorted array, sorted sap, we're calling the function and we are printing it. That's it guys. Whatever array we got, we came up with here and we are sorted. We are just printing it. Great. Now what happened is, see the sort by map. Great. So what I'm doing is I am giving my vector as an output. Okay, in this case also I have seen that I am giving the vector as an output, but it's depend upon you if you want to do in place, like in this Python code that I've did in place. I need to cover all the test cases. So the time complexity would be order of n and the space complexity would be order of n. In this case, we are taking the array also and we're printing it also. Fine. But you can do the in place also like the Python code we discuss, but discussing all the approaches so that if you are not good with doing all this stuffs, then you can create a new array also. Great. And if you need this code also, just copy this code, put it on the chat GPT, you will get your own code in your favorite programming language. Now left equivalent to 0, mid equivalent to 0, right, you have initialized, just need to swap all these elements and you are returning the array. In Java code also, C++ code also, we are doing the same, doing all the iteration in the array and returning it back, although it's not required because we are using ampersand here, but we are still returning the array and the last we are printing it. The same logic is there, it's no difference. So guys, if you have liked this video, please give a thumbs up. You have any doubt, please put into the comments. Any feedback, any suggestion, any comments, I would welcome to you. Please write something in the comments so that I will be happy, you will be happy, and all the best for your exams.